In a development that no one saw coming, weeks after her release from a Bengaluru prison, Sasikala has announced her retirement from politics. In a two-page letter, Sasikala said that she never aspired for power or position, and she's also said that the common enemy for Amma supporters is DMK. Chinnamma called on all of Amma's cadre to come together to defeat the DMK and said that she wants the AIADMK to rule for the next 100 years in Tamil Nadu and to ensure that Amma's dream is then fulfilled. Interestingly, Chinnamma said that she still remains instrumental in converting Amma's thoughts into action. Sasikala's nephew TTV Dinakaran said that Chinnamma wants the unification of the AIADMK AMMK cadre to defeat the common enemy, that's the DMK, in the state. Let's take this across to Pramod Madhav. He's joining us live from Chennai. Pramod, good morning. Late night twist yet again in Tamil Nadu. This time Sasikala bowing out. A lot of speculation on why. What are you hearing on the ground?
Good morning, Akshita. It was one of the biggest, the U-turns or kind of a huge twist in Tamil Nadu politics after 2017, we can say, when EPS, the Deputy Chief Minister openly went and did this, historic meditation at Jaya's memorial. However, so far, the only letter and TTV Dinakaran's explanation was only we have. TTV Dinakaran claims that Sasikala was constantly saying that only if she, stays away from politics, perhaps all the cadres will come together, and she could have meant cadres of AIADMK and AMMK coming together. Yet, since the moment she returned from prison, and even on 24th of February during Jayalalitha's birthday, she was seriously reiterating again and again that the common enemy is DMK and they have to be defeated. And she said that, all the cadres of the party should come together to fight. Perhaps, definitely, this has a lot to do with this 2021 elections. And this could be just one twist that has occurred so far in this case.
A twist that the AIADMK will be very, very happy with. Pramod, stay with us. A lot of questions that this development has put forth on what really happens next in Tamil Nadu. And the most basic question that will be asked is, why did Sasikala, if this was a plan all along, need to flex muscle so visibly? After her release from jail, she made several statements indicating that she is going to have a big political role ahead. There's a lot of speculation on whether the BJP has had a role to play here, whether the BJP is involved and has played some sort of a role in Sasikala's decision of retiring from politics. And another question that comes up, does this clear the decks for an AMMK AIADMK merger? With the Sasikala factor out, will eps-ops now be open to having the AMMK back in the AIADMK and a merger? Does this mean now that EPS, Edapadi K. Palaniswamy, is now AIADMK's undisputed head honcho? Is there no question of a leadership crisis or anyone who can head the AIADMK? Because Sasikala, remember, was fighting for the General Secretary position in the AIADMK. Looks like that now has ended with this decision of Chinnamma not to, in fact, take part in the political pole fight. Sticking to news from Tamil Nadu, the battle is getting intense between the AIADMK and the DMK, because now you've got the AIADMK triggering an anti-Hindu versus secular debate in the state. In tune, essentially, with its alliance partner, the BJP, the AIADMK has branded the opposition DMK as anti-Hindu, putting up posters and calling the EPS government a secular regime, whereas the DMK as anti-Hindu. This attack by the AIADMK, of course, very, very familiar. It's similar in tone with that of its alliance partner, the BJP. The BJP, throughout its recently held Vel Yatra campaign, branded the DMK and its allies as anti-Hindu. The AIADMK's attack is also seen as its bid to sway the Hindu voter base of the state in the upcoming state elections. Let's get you the updates also from West Bengal now, where star wars continue in the poll-bound state. The Mamata Banerjee-led ruling Trinamool Congress and the BJP are busy roping in film stars and actors in their respective political folds ahead of the assembly elections.
With the bugle being sounded for the high-voltage Bengal elections, seems like the floodgates have opened in the Bengali tinsel town to take sides and plunge into the political whirlwind. The latest star to start her political innings is Sayantika Banerjee, who has now joined the TMC.
ये फैसला आज का नहीं है, मैं दीदी के साथ थी पहले भी। आज आप कह सकते हैं कि ऑफिशियली मैंने साथ दिया है, दीदी के साथ रहने के लिए मैं ऑफिशियली अपना नाम तृणमूल कांग्रेस में मेरा लिखा जाएगा।
Sayantika is the latest in a long list of actors who have decided to pick sides in the heated Bengal battle. Actor Shayani Ghosh, known for hit films like Not Aboard, Not Out, joined the Trinamool Congress recently. And Shayani has made headlines in the past as well, particularly for her showdown with former Meghalaya Governor Tathagata Roy, who accused the actress of hurting religious sentiments for a meme she allegedly shared on Twitter. Actor Kaushani Mukherjee has also joined the TMC. She's had several Bengali hits like Parbonami, Charte Toke, Kale Kirti and Girlfriend. Kaushani is also very active on social media with over 1.5 million followers on Instagram.
ইনফোগ্রাফিকের মাধ্যমে পেতে পারেন। আর দিদির এই স্বপ্ন পূরণের দিকে আমরা 10 কোটি বাংলার মানুষ চলুন এগিয়ে যাই আর প্লে স্টোর থেকে ডাউনলোড করুন দিদির দূত অ্যাপ।
But the BJP isn't far behind. The Saffron Party is loaded with glam power. Payal Sarkar has chosen the Bharatiya Janata Party. Payal has had several hit films and serials like Love Story, Waqt, Lady Special, Jaume Raja Dilobor, among others. She also has a sizable social media presence with over 3 million followers on Facebook and 5 lakh followers on Instagram.
अभी मैं लोगों के लिए काम करना चाहती हूँ, तो इसमें ग्रुपिज्म का कोई सवाल है नहीं। ये मेरा अपना चॉइस है। ये मैं करना चाहती हूँ जो मुझे लगता है कि मुझे अच्छा लगेगा अगर मैं लोगों के लिए कुछ कर पाऊँ, और अगर मुझे लोगों का सपोर्ट मिले, लोगों का और आशीर्वाद और प्यार मिले।
Tollywood actor Shravanti Chatterjee has also taken the saffron route. With 1 million followers on social media, Shravanti is known best for her hit film Champion and is a popular name in Bengali cinema, having acted in films since she was a child.
অবশ্যই আমি ধন্যবাদ জানাতে চাই বিজেপি মানে আমাদের ভারতীয় জনতা পার্টিকে যে আমাকে যোগ্য মনে করেছেন তাদের পরিবারের একজন সদস্য হওয়ার। থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ যে আমি মানে আজকে সত্যি আপ্লুত। আর আমি অবশ্যই আমাদের মাননীয় প্রধানমন্ত্রী মোদিজিকে ফলো করি।
But the biggest star catch for the BJP is Yash Dasgupta. A household name in Bengal, Yash has acted in several hit films like Gangster, Bandhani and Basera. Yash's BJP entry also grabbed eyeballs because he's known to be a close friend of colleague and TMC MP Nusrat Jahan.
प्रोफेशनल लाइफ अलग है, ना वो मुझे कहेंगी ना मैं उन्हें कहूँगा। हर बात पे हमें सेम पेज में होने की ज़रूरत नहीं है। अलग विचारधाराएं हो ही सकती है और उस चीज़ की इज़्ज़त मैं करता हूँ और मैं भी आशा रखता हूँ कि वो भी मेरी उस बात की इज़्ज़त रखें।
The star war is on as BJP and TMC are going all out to woo Tollywood stars ahead of the big Bengal election. Bureau Report, India Today.
Another story that we're tracking closely this morning is the B-Town celebs who are facing the Income Tax Department's heat and is not letting up. The IT raids on Taapsee Pannu, Anurag Kashyap, Madhu Montana and Vikas Bell will continue today as the searches at some places are still going on. This as both Taapsee and Anurag were grilled for over 6 hours yesterday. Sources revealed that the profits made by celebrities like Taapsee Pannu, Madhu Montana, Vikas Bell and Anurag Kashyap doesn't match with their returns. This directly hints at tax evasion, which attracted the Income Tax Department's probe, followed by searches at around 30 locations. The total amount of tax evasion can only be evaluated after the valuation of property as well. Meanwhile, actor Swara Bhaskar, filmmaker Anubhav Sinha have extended their support to Taapsee and Anurag. Let's get you all the details you need to know about this development. The income tax going ahead and acting against Anurag Kashyap, Taapsee Pannu and 2 others for alleged tax evasion. The raids on the 2 bitter critics of the Narendra Modi government has also sparked a political fight. Sources in the tax department, however, say that they found a mismatch in the returns filed by the companies owned by the celebrities.
Taapsee Pannu and Anurag Kashyap, outspoken critics of the Narendra Modi government. The 2 Bollywood celebs woke up to income tax raids on Wednesday morning. The taxman swooped down on 30 locations in Mumbai and Pune as part of their investigation into alleged tax evasion by production house Phantom Films and 3 other firms. Anurag Kashyap is one of the founders of Phantom Films, which was dissolved in 2018. The other founders, Madhu Mantena and Vikas Bahl, are also under tax lens. The income tax crackdown on Anurag Kashyap and Taapsee Pannu has sparked a major political controversy. The opposition has hit out at the BJP, calling it a bid to settle political scores.
लोकतंत्र में इस तरह का व्यवहार ये कभी भी नहीं हुआ जो आज मोदी सरकार देश में कर रही है। फिर किसानों के आंदोलन की भूमिका हो तो राष्ट्रध्वज लगाएंगे और उनकी सरकार की सच्चाई अगर जनता के सामने रखने की बात जो भी करेगा तो उसके ऊपर कार्रवाई करने का जो अभियान मोदी सरकार ने शुरू की है उसका कांग्रेस जोरशोर से विरोध करती है।
पिछले कई दिनों से अनुराग कश्यप हो, तापसी हो, कहीं ना कहीं मोदी सरकार की नीतियों पे खुलकर कटाक्ष वो लोग कर रहे थे, आवाज़ उठा रहे थे। उन्हें दबाने के लिए इस तरह की कार्रवाई की गई है।
The government has dismissed charges of vendetta, accusing the opposition of seeing everything through the prism of politics.
ये तो सवाल उठाएंगे जब हमारे सुरक्षा बल आतंकवादियों का सफाया करेंगे, तब भी सबूत तो सवाल पूछते हैं। ये जब जो है वो हमारे देश के सम्मान, देश के स्वाभिमान की रक्षा होती है, तब भी जो है इनको लगता है कि इस पे भी जो है वो कुछ खोट है। तो इसलिए जो एजेंसियां हैं उनको स्वतंत्र ढंग से अपने काम करने देना चाहिए। इस तरह के बेवकूफ़ियों के सवाल से कोई फ़ायदा नहीं है।
The income tax raids right in the middle of the election season have raised questions regarding the timing of the action. Many have raised questions whether this is a wild goose chase or was there solid evidence warranting the raids. Though income tax sources have confirmed that there were discrepancies in the returns filed by the entities and individuals whose premises were searched. Only thorough evaluation, a detailed evaluation will confirm the total amount of income tax evaded. With Munish Pandey and Shruti Barjatia, this is Divesh Singh in Mumbai for India Today.
Very worrying coronavirus situation in the state of Maharashtra. The state has reported as many as 9,855 fresh cases on Wednesday with 42 deaths. The fatality rate stands at 2.40% in the state, where the count of active cases has crossed 82,000. Mumbai alone reported 1,121 cases with 6 deaths on Wednesday, making a big jump from the cases reported on Tuesday. Pune has reported 857 new cases. BMC officials said that various social gatherings have been contributing to the rising cases and that educated people in high rises are not abiding by the rules and are taking the situation lightly. And let's get to our special segment, the good, bad and ugly news in the fight against coronavirus.
Here is the good news of the day when it comes to the COVID-19 pandemic and vaccinations. Covaxin, which is India's indigenously developed vaccine against COVID-19, has shown interim efficacy of 81% is what its developers, Bharat Biotech International Limited, have said. 81% is the efficacy, and this is good from the point of view of questions being raised on the data not being available. Remember, many questions have been raised also. The lack of efficacy data is what had put this vaccine in the clinical trial mode. Also, when it comes to side effects and serious adverse events or medically looked at adverse events, then there was a balance between the vaccinated group and the placebo group and was at low levels is what the developers have said. So what next for Covaxin? Will it then be going to the regulator? Again, given the fact that the regulator had said, come back to us when you have the efficacy data, since Bharat Biotech had sought to start clinical trials on children above the age of 5 and below the age of 18, that looks like a possibility. The bad news of the day when it comes to the COVID-19 pandemic. The UNICEF has said that 247 million children in India have suffered because of COVID-enforced lockdown and closure of schools. Talking about online education, it's clear that Indian children are a deprived lot. Because of 4 children, only 1 child has had access to online education. So 1 in every 4 children have had access to online education. The rest have even not had access to online education. The UNICEF has urged governments all over the world, including India, to do the needful in ensuring that children get access to education or go back to schools if that is possible. 6 million children in India are already suffering even before COVID-19. They've been out of school, and this is a huge problem in the country.
Now, the ugly side to the COVID-19 virus is the fact that super spreader events have led to most people testing positive. After a society in Haryana's Sector 67 in Gurugram was declared a containment zone after more than 22 people had tested positive. Now, 54 students of a school in Karnal have also tested positive. It was revealed after 3 students who were attending the school classes had tested positive, and out of the 390 samples that were taken from the school, 54 students were found to have carried the virus. In fact, the school has now been shut down and it has been declared as a containment zone. It's bad news as well because the students have just started going to school. Most of them are higher classes from 9 to 12 that are going to school to prepare for practicals and for crucial board examinations.
The final test between India and England starts in Ahmedabad today, and Virat Kohli's men need a victory or a draw to qualify for the World Test Championship final, while the 3 Lions would want to level the series and finish it on a high. Here's our preview for the big clash.
It's the final game of the Test series. With India 2-1 ahead, all eyes are now on the final test in Ahmedabad.
Oh, there he goes! Wicket number 5!
With the last test finishing inside the first 2 days, the wicket at Motera became a huge talking point. But Team India is not perturbed.
The reason for our success as a team has been that we haven't cribbed about any pitches that we played on. And we would continue to play like that as a team moving forward as well. And yeah, it is always been the case that spinning tracks come into focus way more. And when the ball seams on a particular pitch and teams get bundled out for 40, 50, 60, no one writes about the pitch. It's always about bad batting.
For India, a victory or a draw would be enough to secure a place in the final of the World Test Championship. England are out of contention for the World Test Championship final, but would still like to end the series on a high and get a victory under their belt to level the 4 Test series. India are currently at the top with 71%. Team India is unlikely to make any changes in their batting lineup, while Jasprit Bumrah, who has made himself unavailable due to personal reasons, is expected to be replaced by Umesh Yadav. A similar wicket like the one that was prepared for the 3rd test will once again be a huge challenge for the batsman.
Oh, he gets it now! He gets his man now!
The toss could be a factor again, especially for England, who were found wanting on a wicket that turned out to be a paradise for the spinners.
This time he's given it again.
Sports Bureau, India Today.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.